Ta-da! This is Dee with Divine Needle. Happy Faux Pas Sunday. Okay, let me delete that last one while I'm waiting for everybody to get in the room. This is something fun to do, and hopefully I'm not deleting the wrong one. I don't think so. Delete forever. Okay. So let's do a refresh. Hopefully we'll be good to go. Yes, it shows everything's gorgeous. Perfect. Okay. You guys ready? I'm beyond ready. Holy crud. Technical issues. I talked about that, because of the planets, the way they're, yeah, Mercury went out of retrograde just as Saturn's going in. Yeah, all kinds of fun. Oh, some of the astrologers are saying, just a moment. Some of the astrologers are saying that Mercury retrograde's energy, that shadow stuff, lasts like 18 days or something. I don't know. I haven't seen it last that long ever. This is kind of extra special. It's like Saturn's dragging it out. But anyway, and the fact that Saturn's in Aquarius, yeah, a bunch of the readers are all having trouble. So I'm sure you guys are too with electronics, things not working quite right. Just can't seem. It's like you've got a dull machete and you're in the middle of a bamboo forest, and it's a really tight type. Anyway, today I wanted to do something special for the subs. I'm drinking an afternoon cup of coffee here. Uh, yeah, the Sunday doldrums. What can we do? We gotta have some fun, right? Absolutely. Mm. Yay, coffee. So we're going to do something that I've never done before. And I thought it would be fun to see what we come up with. And you guys get to participate. Ah. So we actually get to have some fun and talk back and forth. And the topic is Antarctica, specifically the past. One of my subscribers asked about Antarctica, and I was like, well, I could do a reading on it, or I could do one live and let them participate. Part of the idea is to get you engaged in using your abilities as well. I thought that would be fun. Some of you haven't ever used them. Some of you aren't aware of them. Many of you are very aware, and you guys will help teach the ones that aren't how to use them. So I thought it would be a blast to sit here and look at Antarctica and see what it was like. We want to know, right? We want to know what's going on. Okay, so here's the deal. You guys can ask questions about Antarctica in the chat. Things that you would like to know about Antarctica's past. So, the first thing I wanted to ask, and this is one of the decks, there's 4 decks here, and this is going to be the first one we start with. And the first thing I want to ask is, was Antarctica always covered in snow? was Antarctica. So we're going to charge this deck up with the energy of Antarctica. I'm actually going to charge these two decks at the same time. Okay. Putting the energy in. Antarctica. Okay. Another deck. We're going to just Antarctica. And the teeny tiny deck. We'll charge it up. Antarctica. All right. We have Antarctica into the cards, the energy. So the first thing I want to ask, was Antarctica always covered by snow and ice? Which we all know that the likelihood is slim to none on that, but let's see what they say. Coffee. Antarctica. We want to know, was Antarctica always covered by snow and ice? That's our first question. So if you guys have questions, make sure you leave them in the chat. Was Antarctica always covered by snow and ice? We must go on adventures and see what we can find. Tarot remote viewing style. Okay. They gave me the Two of Cups. Let's put it over here to the side. The Two of Cups. Mirroring energy. It's also reflective energy. So a mirror of itself. An opposite. Mirror reflection is the opposite. So that tells me, indeed, it was at one time not covered with ice. Okay. Let's find out. What can you tell me? And I also get the feeling that there's actually two land masses actually under that ice. Um, hmm. What else can you tell us about Antarctica back during that time frame when it wasn't covered with ice? If you guys have questions about Antarctica, let me know. Chime in. What was it like? Okay. This came in sideways. And that came in upright. Very abundant. This energy, the Five of Cups, this is despair, being distraught. Um, See the 2 cups here, they're here. This feels like look the other way. Don't focus on the 2 cups. Then we have the 9 of cups. Um, this is independent and self-satisfaction, independent energy. Um, like these 2 cups are in the spotlight. They're in the sun. It's like there's other islands, but they're like below the surface. But the ones that are up in the spotlight in the sun, these 2, let's go ahead and turn this card up. And these feel like some off the side of it that are under the water. These 2 are above water, and they are the ones with the light. See how these are all lit up? They were extremely prosperous. Cornucopia. A cornucopia. So 2, so it's actually islands, some under the water, some above, 2 precisely, that 2 land masses above, and there's at least 3 that are under the water. Okay. That's interesting, isn't it? Hey! How you doing, Miss Esther? It's good to see you. And I missed your message. Darn it. You deleted them just before I looked up, just as I was looking up. Okay. If you have any questions about Antarctica, anything you would like to know, we're looking at the past right now for Antarctica. And so far, they're showing me that indeed it was not covered in ice at one point in time. The mirroring image, 2 cups, um, and the sun shining on it. Um, they're showing me that it's like an island chain, and there's 2 major pieces to it, but some other islands that are just below the surface. Maybe they peek out occasionally, possibly, I don't know. But, that area was super abundant at the time. Very lush, uh, and see how the sun's shining on those 2 islands, and the sun's shining on it, basically. They're, telling me about the islands on in a way like they do, ships, right? That's what they're telling me. But it also feels like let's ask another question. Let's ask, were there any people on Antarctica in the past when it was green and abundant? The cornucopia. Were there any people on Antarctica at that time frame? Let's specify humans first. Okay, that one went flying. King of Pentacles upside down. A lack of trade or a lack of need for it. Um, they were individually abundant. See, this is individuals standing on their own, a cornucopia. They were not in need of any sort of trade. But my main thing was asking about the people. They weren't businessmen, that's for sure. That's really weird. This mirroring energy, this coming in sideways, and now this is upside down. Um, let's get some clarity on this situation. Give me some clarity on the King of Coins in reverse. They were strategic. Um, hmm. This can also be a game player, but hmm. Anything else on this King of Pentacles in reverse? By air. They didn't trade by land, they traded by air. Um, and it looks like they're talking about two different types of people. See, we got two pages. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. So each of these two islands had two different types of people. Um, and they were seriously abundant all by themselves. Like, there was no need, but they were definitely two types. See, the two pillars, that almost, hmm, it's weird because it feels like some sort of inversion going on here with these coming in sideways and the mirroring energy. I'm trying to sort out what that means exactly. But the question specifically was, there are people there. And yes, um, but they weren't businessmen, strategists and thinkers. It was comprised of strategists and thinkers. Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see what else. What other questions can we ask? Think about that. Um, what else can we ask? Mhm. Trying to think of what else we could ask. If you guys think of anything, leave it in the chat. Um, so abundant and fruitful. Let's see what else the cards tell me. I'm going to move these up in here. Two types of people, two islands that were above the water. And we look a little sideways. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. What else can you tell us about Antarctica? What can you tell us about Antarctica in the past? Antarctica in the past. Okay. See, now we have King of Pentacles upright. Feel like it was dark. Just a minute. Hmm. So I guess these guys, hmm, prudence. It's also focus, dedication, perfecting. Um, business. The businessman, the King of Pentacles upright. Um, so it looks like these two peoples. You notice the strategist has his scepter, right? And so does the hermit has his scepter. So it feels like some of the one of these, or maybe both, started um, strategizing how they're going to prosper. Um, it feels like dedicated. It's funny because this card, if you look at it really close, you can see a right here a cityscape in this background. It's like they started building a city. Hermits live in caves. This is like underground. Underground. An underground city. See, it's dark. It's like they started building an underground city there. Hmm. What else can you tell me? I know. Back to the clarify the King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles. And if you guys have questions, once again, leave them in the chat. Anything about Antarctica. And sorry about the slow startup on the stream. It's like everything that can go wrong does lately. Camera's not working, being too zoomed in to do the stream. Okay. At this time frame, it was still cold. So this is later. This feels later. Um, this is in the cold. See, look at these cards. Look at him. He's in the cold. An encampment, right? You know what's funny is look at that on this deck. This is like World War One, two type thing, right? And I feel like that's where they're going with this deck, is that time frame. Up here is like what it was like before this. Before. And now in this time frame it is cold and icy there. And they're building caves. Um, and they're using airships to drop into the cold. See these the blimps up here on this card? See the blimps up in the sky? That was very much that time frame. Blimps and balloons. They even had balloons in the Civil War, just saying. Look it up. I didn't know that until, I don't know. Somewhere between 10 and 20 years ago. I don't know. I didn't know right away. But I found out, I was like, really? They had air balloons in the Civil War? Wow. But they did. Okay, so time travel. We're traveling into the past here. And it is cold. And they're building a city underground. Um, putting a lot of effort into it. This is like super planned out. Here's the planners, right? Um, wow. Okay. Okay, what else can you tell us about all this? I'm going to move this deck off to the side because I feel like right now they don't want it. I'm going to go ahead and put this one off to the side a little bit. Let's see what we get. What else can you tell us about this? This underground city in Antarctica. Maybe my team is not specifically, maybe they're wanting us to look at a certain time frame for this. I don't know. It looks like it was in the past a king upside down. Like nobody. There were no kings. There were no kings. Okay. That's what I just heard. There were no kings. But then came along a strategic planner. Okay, what else? What else can you tell us about Antarctica? Okay. Put these little dudes up here. We have the Death card. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot ship. Ooh, okay. Death transition energy. So something major came to an end. See, the Ten of Pentacles a lot of times is the light at the end of the tunnel, but this feels like the tunnel that's in what they're saying, this cave entrance. This feels like, see, uh, feels like planes coming into a cave or airships of some sort, right? A whole bunch of them aimed for the cave. Here's the inside. This is where it's safe. They've had to transition out. This is where it's safe, in the cave. In the cave. And then we have the Chariot card, large ship. Large ship. What's this transition about? What's the Death card about, please? What's the Death? Wow, the card being crazy. Okay, wow, that one came out like did a whole bunch of flips. High Priestess. Wow. Okay. Major Arcana to clarify a Major Arcana. Um, got all the cards on the table. They see the future. They see the future. Keeping it secret too. Keeping it secret. This place they're transitioning to the cave. Transitioning to the cave. Tell us more about this chariot. Tell us more about the chariot. Independence. Oh, wow. To free themselves. What's about freedom? Liberation. Independence. Wow, guys. Okay. So they built underground in the cold. This was once a lush, abundant, not covered in ice. And it was just descriptors of 2 sides. Just trying to see if I'm picking up anything else. Hmm. Hmm. All right, give me just a minute. Hmm. So this is about, see, they head to the cave. There's secrets. Secretly transitioning. Wow. I feel like we're kind of tapped into what happened back when Germany was quote unquote losing the war. Um, and they're moving to the cave, to the hole. There's a lot of people that have done stuff on Antarctica, and this reading's not saying anything different um, about what's going on in Antarctica. Um, so what they're saying, they talked about Admiral Byrd went down there with a bunch of our military, a huge fleet, planes, boats, the whole 9 yards went down there. And got their heinies handed to them. And at that point, our government was already infiltrated heavily by the ones that made the cave. Not completely infiltrated, just the infestation was there. They brought the Nazi scientist here. There's a reason for that. Never stop asking why. hmm So they're basically, to me, right here, confirming the story about what's going on in Antarctica. Now, this is the past. Um, let's see. Let's pick up all the cards and let's take a look at, because they're looking at the past, and we're already remote viewers and others that know about that story and have dug up the records on Admiral Byrd and what happened down there, Project High Jump. Um, it's funny because I hated history class when I was in school. I absolutely detested it. Did not like it. And now I know more about history than I ever wanted to know. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's pick these up. Let's take a look at what is going down. Hmm. What deck do you guys want? Sticking with this one. What is going down now? Let's look at now. Mm, You have to excuse me. Coffee. Necessary on a Sunday late afternoon. Oh boy. Okay. All right. What's going on in Antarctica right here, right now? What is going on in Antarctica right here, right now? What's happening in Antarctica in the here and now? I really wanted to see more about Antarctica in the past, but it seems like they're wanting to move forward, not look at the past, look at the now. Okay. What's going on in Antarctica in the here and now? Transition energy. Okay. What's going on in Antarctica right now, in the here and now? Inquiring minds want to know. What's going on in Antarctica? Is that all you guys are going to give me on Antarctica right now? It seems like it. Transformation and creation energy. If let's get some clarifiers. Clarify the death card on the here and now with Antarctica. Clarify Antarctica in the here and now death card. It's like the cards are very reluctant to say what in the hell is going on. Two major arcana, that's a big deal. In the here and now. Okay. You're not going to believe what just flipped out. The two parties down there still. Two races working together. It would be certain death if you went there. Okay. Clarify the Empress card, please. Clarify the Empress. Clarify Antarctica. Why the Empress? Those parties that built those caves, they're still there now, in the here and now. Creation energy. What's going on? Okay, let's find out. What are we creating? What are we creating? Alchemy. Major Arcana again. Creation energy. Water and fire. Temperance is the alchemy of water and fire. Biding their time. This is divine timing. Anything else you can tell us? The alchemy of the two cups. Those two. Oh, that flipped on the deck. Um, Biding their time to make their move. Biding their time to make their move. Biding their time to make that move. Okay. And what is the move? What's their move? What's their move? What's their move? Harmonious change. What's their move all about? Why are they biding their time? Why are we biding our time? What's their move? And they're just not one to tell me what's going on. Okay, manifestation energy. What are they up to? What are they creating? What are they trying to manifest? Okay, a whole book. No wonder the shuffling took forever. They do that to me sometimes. You guys watch my readings, you'll know. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Tower. Okay, Hierophant. Let's Lovers and Emperor. I'm gonna move everything up. Move these over a bit. Okay. They're trying to manifest a big change of some sort. Brand new beginnings in the material and the cups, emotions. And then this is the change. The lightning strikes. So they're biding their time. So they can usher in this control because the Hierophant's about faith, status, control, um, uh, structure. So they can take down the old structure and give a choice of an emperor. So we go from an empress to a new emperor. Clarify that emperor. Clarify the emperor. Moon and the Seven of Swords. Secrets and deception. This is something about some new ruler. Hmm. And what's this emperor going to rule? Victory. Popped out. But it popped out over victory over choice. This emperor, who's going to rule? What's he going to rule? What's the emperor going to rule? This deceptive, shady character. What's he going to control? Oh, control. Structure and control. Those are the two choices. Hmm. It's almost like they're telling me about the future here, that this plan isn't going to work. Tower. Um, this feels like a stealthy, fast getaway. Um, faith and love. The lovers. Victory. Um, this feels like the divine handing us a victory over this. Okay. Because This is like, the past, and we're moving through the timeline to the future. These guys get victory. Faith and love win over. Here you got the cups of hope and faith mixing, right? And the victory. Hmm. Clarify the tower. Clarify the tower. Clarify the tower. Wow. Okay. And they came out just like this. This dropped individually, and then these dropped in a cluster. Star. Wish fulfillment, healing. Card of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Then we have in this little stack Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Pentacles, High Priestess. But I think it actually goes this way. So the tower is wishing upon a star. Faith. Something about destiny is playing a part. Um, Destiny, timing. So plan and plan as they might for this new start. Tower comes in. Divine tower, I might add. Wow. It's like they don't know where they're going, but they're they're getting out while the getting's good. That's wild. Hmm. Huh. Well, this turned out kind of interesting. At least, hmm. It was at least worth some time not to be bored on a Sunday. Because it feels like we're seeing a little bit of future going on here. And they were definitely talking about the past with Antarctica. But the future, see, they're trying to make plans and and launch some sort of plan, but this plan gets interrupted. It's like the secrets get told. They're outed. Hmm. I know there's more to it. I feel like there's more right here. Um, it's like, see how he's pointing up at the bird, and we have the bird here. That feels like that bird is that bird. It's like this horse up here, the white horse, like it's look at that horse. It's a golden horse, but it's also a Trojan horse. Like infiltration. That's odd. This guy, see how he's got a red cloak? That's him on the horse, on the Trojan horse. Riding through. See? Red cloak. This guy's got a red cloak. Red cloak. It's like some sort of signal waiting for the right time. See how she's holding that cup in the air and he's holding his, it's almost like a signal going on between these two. A signal. A signal to release Trojan. Ooh, trying to get away with something. It's like a signal goes out. Trojan. Is that like a virus? Trojans are a type of virus for computers, right? What the heck are we getting into here? This is getting kind of deep, huh? Deeper than I thought. Huh. Bug in the water. A bug in the water. Is that the Trojan horse? I don't necessarily like where this reading's going. It's like they're telling me about plans they're trying to unleash. A bug in the water. The water's an emotion. Uh, You know how the coronavirus affected people mentally. Wow. Why is this going here? I want to have fun. I mean, these adventures are definitely interesting. But when this is like trying to expose them. Um, see, mental. Something crossed my mind. And I'm going to speak my mind, of course. I'm an Aquarius. It's about the truth and speaking our mind. Interesting. Why are we not in focus anymore? Are we out of focus? We're out of focus. That's weird, right? It won't go into focus for nothing. Yep, there it goes. Wow. No, it's doing the weird heartbeat stuff. There we go. Okay. Did they sidetrack me because they don't want me to say what I think? Here's the thing. Something I noticed. Everything's connected, remember that. There were suddenly commercials about Sandy Hook that started showing up all over the place a few weeks back. And then suddenly we had a rash of shootings right after this, right after they started airing those commercials. I just connect the dots. I just see what I see. And suddenly we have more elementary schools and we have them pushing the gun stuff. I'm not thrilled about just any Tom, Dick, and Harry carrying a gun, but I also believe, especially in America, that we're the only thing that stands between the freedom of not only ourselves but the world in general, because most of Europe is unarmed. They're at the mercy of whatever is decided by their governments with no recourse. Not that they can't be intelligent enough to figure out something. But here's the deal. They start airing Sandy Hook commercials. Then suddenly we have more shootings in elementaries right after they release these commercials. We want you to remember, don't forget. And then bam, rash of shootings. Mental bug affecting the mental capacity. That bug was tested and released much sooner than they claim. I know for a fact because I had it in 2019. Okay, and that's the thing I noted. And the ambulance actually came because I got so sick. I was running a fever, and I told him, I said, I don't know what's going on here. This is not a normal virus. I'm being mentally affected by whatever the hell this is. And then all of a sudden, we have this bug worldwide. I think some people got guinea pig before they let it loose. Yep, yep, yep. Because there's other people that mentioned that they had the symptoms too way before. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, this affects the mental capacity. And I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but they've used it before against the Native Americans that were against the pipeline. Voice to skull technology. Anybody that's on the edge of snapping just takes a few little pushes, especially when they've been mentally affected by a bug. The king, the emperor of bugs. The Trojan horse. And suddenly, the number of armed criminal actions that are going on, mass shootings, and smaller skirmishes involving weapons has gone through the ceiling. Never stop asking why. And don't forget to connect the dots. Why is everybody suddenly snapping? Part of it is the program of the holodeck because Saturn's gone retrograde and some very interesting energy that is working in their favor to get them to um, do this. But it's just curious to me that the Sandy Hook commercial happens, then suddenly school shootings start happening again. Not that they didn't happen in between, but we're talking another elementary school and how it was mishandled. And it's all big news to keep your guys' eye off the ball. But I do know for a fact that um, the strangeness is very apparent to me. And I don't know if any of you have noticed. My husband's noticed it. I'm noticing it. People are acting strangely and very quick to snap. My suggestion is for everybody is do what the cards have been telling us on the guidance readings. Go with the flow. Um, keep your eyes open. Um, don't let these others that are succumbing to the energies and to the mental issues of a bug, a Trojan horse. Um, it's a twin. I just heard it's a twin. It multiplies, it splits, divides. Splits, divides. It splits, divides. Oh, wow. Okay. So pay attention to the guidance readings because it'll help guide us through this strangeness. Um, splits and divides. Something about water. This last time was in the air. This time it's going to be in the water. It's like a it's almost like see, I'm getting other scenarios going on here too. So I'm trying to stay on track with what they're telling me here about this Trojan virus divides, multiplies. When I look at this, I hear Genesis. Um, hmm. All right. Well, I think I'm done with this for now. Um, I don't know if any of the remote viewers or anybody else is picking up on this. Um, he's got his arm in the air. So does this one. This one's got their arm in the air. secret cold. Hmm. Oh boy. I mean, if I sat here and delve into this, um, yeah, I could pull a lot of information out of this. Um, but I don't know that I want to go much further with this one right now. It just feels like kind of like a heads up. Um, if I look at this from the micro and the macrocosm, there is something that they're getting ready to do. Um, but there's also seeing secret cold timing. Now's the time. Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end it. Wow. I just don't even know. I just wanted to look at Antarctica and they're taking us through a history lesson and they're like, no, we want you to see what's going on right now. Right now. It's like, see, the moon also is about division, right? Vision between the domestic and the wild. But this feels like a bug that's dividing, multiplying Genesis, Trojan. Um, the red cloak is standing out to me. Is there some sort of virus or something that has the word red in it? Um, because that's really standing out, the red cloak thing. Leave comments in the description if you guys know anything about a virus that has the word red in it. Um, see, red cloaks, cloaked in red, something about red. See, this guy's red cloak too. Definitely something about the water. Red algae? Is that what they're warning about? Because I remember during the summers, there's some sort of red algae thing on the coast where people get sick going in the water. That just snapped in. And it's red something. What is that? Uh, is that a virus or an algae? Or let me look it up. Red. Um, in water, coast. Let's see. Algae blooms, HABs. Red tide. Red tide. Okay. Okay. Red tide. They're talking about the red tide here. They're trying to warn about it. Um, there's other things going on here too, but they're definitely warning about the red tide. Um, yeah. Careful swimming. Off the coastlines, I know the heat's gone up. Like today, I think we went from doing mid 70s to mid 90s now in one day. And that red, what was it called again? Red tide. It's a type of it causes potent neurotoxins. It affects the mind. See, I was right. I was dead spot on. Um, some sort of neurotoxin that affects the mind over here, okay? It's a Trojan. This is like feels like a couple of people divides, replicates the red virus. Um, like maybe this red tide, something about the water, harmful algae blooms. So be careful if you're on coastlines with the swimming because this is neurotoxins. It's going to affect your mind and it causes human respiratory illness. And the fact that it's a neurotoxin, the toxins can be suspended in the air near beaches. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, see, you guys got to watch me and while I do what I do. Something not many can do, but I can do it. I bet you guys could do it too. I could teach you. But you have to be able to read all the signs going on around you. And they're not always right. But this is spot on. Red tide. This is like a big deal, or it wouldn't be in the reading, this red tide thing. So, Gulf Coast, particularly the Gulf of New Mexico, Florida, any coastline. But it seems to be mostly what I remember reading. It was like Florida and Gulf regions, but this is actually in the air. See, red in the air. It's in the air. Like this could be serious. Like you know, it hangs in the air around the beach, but if it really multiplies Genesis and divides, this bug keeps dividing, that could wipe out cities. I mean, this is a neurotoxin we're talking about. This is heavy crap in water. The queen of water. This Gulf of Mexico, maybe? Because, well, they're showing the king or an emperor too. Yikes. See, division, multiplying, dividing. There's a two. Combination of water and earth, tower. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. This, they're talking about a bunch of stuff in this reading. We started off with Antarctica, and they decided they needed to tell me a lot more, unfortunately. Hey, I do what my team tells me to. We started out with that, and then it goes into a prediction about something, and this could be really ugly, like this it's a neurotoxin, uh, because it's in the air. This red tide causes oh, wow. So, major cities along the coast, yikes. See how everything's green and growing on this side, and then this side, the tree's on fire and dead? Mm. Ooh. I don't like what I'm seeing here. It's been a problem in the past, but somewhat minor thing. This looks like it's not minor. This is like explosive blooming of this red tide stuff. Um, well, I'm glad I paid attention to what they were trying to tell me because I kept trying to end the stream. They're like, nope, 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 nope. You're not done yet. You're not done yet. Now I think I am. So we learned a little bit about the history of Antarctica and went from that to what they're getting ready to do and some other warnings about what's coming events at the same time with this red tide and neurotoxin. Oh boy. So we went on a journey. I told you guys we'd do it together. We did it live and in an hour and 32 minutes or 33 minutes now. Um we got through a lot of information, and I can tell you this, I could dig more out of this reading and tell you more about some stuff. Um, but we've traveled a trip in time here. Way back when Antarctica was actually green, and then when it froze over and they built caves underground, probably because it froze over partially, and then it was a good place to hide. So they confirmed what others have said about Antarctica. But they're also trying to tell me about a bunch of other stuff that's getting ready to happen. Um, red tide, neurotoxins. Ay, 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 ay. See where the earth and the water converge. Red tide, explosion. Psh, yeah, explosion of it. Genesis, multiplying, dividing, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Evidently. Just, yeah, okay. I'll call it good. Hope you guys enjoy watching me do this live. Um, luckily, I didn't have a lot of interruptions or anything crazy going on. Um, or kitty cats jumping in the middle of the cards. Oh, anyway, I do hope you guys have a grand Sunday and follow me on this adventure to, boy, we traveled through time all right, clear up to right now. Maybe we'll do some more of these where we start looking at something and they'll timeline us into craziness. Okay. Anyway, try to have a good week. Stay away from the damn beaches because evidently, yeah, um, time. Mm, that's a card of Gemini, and we're in Gemini. Came out of Aries. We're in Gemini. See, Gemini season today's the 12th and you reverse it to the 21st, I think that's when we go out of Gemini. They could be pointing at that time frame or sometime between now and then, or that's when it happens is 21st. I don't know. I'm not positive, but mm, okay. I'm gonna behave and quit looking at the cards and trying to guess any more than I already have. It's a warning. Look out for the red tide. It's a neurotoxin and it's a big deal, evidently. Big enough they wanted it in the reading. So I adore you guys. Try to have a good week and do stay away from the coastlines, especially Gulf Coast and the East Coast, because that's, as far as I remember, that's where that happens. Um, and doesn't have to be just the U.S. If you guys have red algae problems in your countries too, the red tide, um, same goes for you guys. Just be on the lookout. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Have a really, really, really good Sunday evening, and more readings, of course, coming. See you later. Have a good one.